Welcome to your medical and motivation account. This is your dashboard, and this is where you're going to be taken every time you log in. So we're just going to jump right on in and head on over to the surgeries and procedures section. So this section is pretty self-explanatory, but I did want to create it for those of you who may have only had one procedure or surgery in their life to the people who have had maybe 20 or so. And I wanted to give you guys this opportunity so that you can get the most meaning and the most significance and obviously the most benefit out of having that surgery or procedure. When you're approaching a surgery or procedure, it's probably getting a little more invasive than you're used to. It's probably going to be giving you a longer recovery time than you're used to, and therefore it's really great to be able to go into it feeling confident in your decision and how you came to that decision. So first of all, knowing the basics really helps your confidence level. So knowing what the surgery or procedure is, when it's happening, who's doing it, so whether it's a surgeon or a practitioner, and where you're also going to be having this surgery or procedure. Sometimes it'll be happening in your doctor's office, and sometimes, of course, it'll be happening in an OR. So just feeling like you've got the basics down, you're already on your way to a really successful time. When you are facing surgery or procedure, what also really helps to reinforce your decision-making ability is to reflect on why you're doing this. Have you had this issue for a long time and you've tried a lot of different other treatment options and this is something that you're prepared to do to see if this is the answer you've been looking for? Or is this something that you've heard other people go through for a specific issue and you think it'll work well for you? It really depends on where your mindset is at, but being honest about it gives you the opportunity down the road even to look back and whether it ended up being something that was successful or unsuccessful, you can go back and feel confident about the fact that you really took it seriously and you made a decision based on the information that you had at the time. And you can't regret that. Also, when you're heading into surgery or a procedure, it's really important to know the complications and the side effects. This is obviously good so that you can prepare and make the decision also based on what might be expected that you didn't realize was involved. But also when you're recovering from your surgery or procedure, knowing that it is normal for some of them to maybe have some bleeding, some discomfort, anything like that, so that when it does happen, you can say to yourself, don't need to panic. They told me that this can happen. And knowing what might happen, it also makes you a little more vigilant and a little more attentive to the things that you weren't expecting. So that if there's a lot more bleeding or a lot more discomfort than you think that they were really trying to convey with your medical team, then you can jump on it a lot sooner or make sure that the support has been put in place, like having family members or friends there for you so that you can jump on this stuff and make sure that you're giving yourself the best chance at recovery and you're doing more good to your body than harm. And as I said before, being really vigilant about writing notes about the outcome or how you were feeling throughout this process can be really helpful just for you to even process what you're going through right now, but also to look back on when you might be facing this again. Maybe this is an issue that you're going to need to be treated for regularly with this surgery or procedure, and being able to look back on it might bring you some comfort, because you might start to get nervous, not really remembering the details of last time, but then you can look through your notes and say, you know what, it wasn't as bad as I thought. And that gives you a lot of comfort, but at the same time, you can be facing the surgery again and think, okay, this will be fine, and then look through your notes and say, wow, I did not remember that part of it. I actually want to address that with my doctor first, just to see if this really is the right way to go based on what happened last time. So again, this is really starting to get a little invasive with surgery, but of course, it's absolutely a viable treatment option, but we just want to make sure that you're given the tools to get the most out of it and feel like you are doing what's best for you. So I really hope that that helped, and I look forward to hearing about you and your health.